Welcome to the Zine Show. I'm your host, Chelsea Frisbee. We're continuing the countdown to spring break with our spring break special. Everything on today's show has to do with spring break and how to make sure that whether you're spending it on the couch or in Miami is awesome. Let's get into our entertainment news. Here is Ariel and Melissa to keep us updated.
Okay, Chelsea, since spring break is in a couple days, we're going to talk about some places you wish you were going to on spring break, but you're actually not, but our favorite celebrities are. Okay, so according to Us Weekly, Kate Middleton and Prince William are vacationing in the Maldives. They're going to be there for about a week. I don't know when they are going or if they already went, but it is going to be a part of their public tour, which is in Australia and New Zealand. They're actually bringing Prince George on this, which,
they're bringing the baby?
Which is nice, yeah.
Aww.
And they'll be in New Zealand on the 7th of April, visiting about 7 major cities there and 6 cities in Australia.
Okay.
Music?
Yeah,
music
no
news?
problem. Well, if you're looking forward
Right
to spring
into it.
break, you have to know the top 5 songs that are out right now. So, coming up with number 1 is Pharrell with Happy. So, of course, everyone's going to be hearing that everywhere.
I'm happy that it's at number 1.
If you haven't already. Number 2, we have Katy Perry with Dark Horse.
Still.
She's
said that
still
forever.
on there.
Wow.
Her featuring Juicy J is still there. Number 3, we have Jason Derulo featuring 2 Chainz with Talk Dirty. And then coming in at number 4, we have John Legend with All of Me. And number 5, we have Bastille with Pompeii.
Oh, I love them. I know we were kind of talking before the show that like you've never really heard of them. They're British and they're making their way, not quite the British Invasion, but they're a really good band. They played on SNL and I think that really has upped their American presence, I guess we should say. But I love them. You should definitely check them out.
I
know
have to check them out now.
you have another story that's going to make me super jealous.
Yes, I do. We have Stacy Keibler, who actually got married to her boyfriend, Jarrett Palbray, this weekend in Mexico. I know you want to be in Mexico. My friend's actually going to Mexico, so I'm super jealous of her. But they were on vacation with their families, and apparently they tricked them to going there.
So like a surprise wedding?
A rogue wedding, she called it. I thought that was so cool. But they got married in a beachside ceremony. There's not a lot of details about it, but they got married. And I know you don't know who Jarrett is, so he is a tech entrepreneur and future ad CEO. They started dating last September, and that was 2 months after breaking up with Clooney.
So she went from George Clooney to a multi-millionaire CEO within 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to be
It's
Stacy
great
Keibler,
to be
basically.
Stacy
The
Keibler
end
right
result
now.
is that it's good to be Stacy Keibler.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the moral.
That is the moral.
What are some of the albums that we can look forward to coming up in the next couple weeks?
Some albums we can look forward to is Luke Bryan. He's coming out with Spring Break 6, and he is most likely going to perform for Spring Break in Panama City. He performed for like the last 5 years there so far.
Wow.
I know. It's really crazy.
That's really cool.
That's your crush, right? You really like
I
Luke
love
Bryan.
Luke Bryan. If I had to pick a favorite country person, that would be him.
And Skrillex is coming out with the album as well over Spring Break, so a lot of dubstep is going to be played.
A lot of
That's
dubstep.
what I like to hear.
You can definitely look forward to that.
Okay, so when we come back, I'll be chatting with our guest, Gabby Pruzik, about what you can do if you have no plans, like me, for spring break. Stay tuned, you're watching The Zine Show.
When life's this hard, graduating can be even harder. But you can help Jose and the students in your community make it through by visiting boostup.org.
The Hollywood View is back with a brand new season and a brand new look. Join me for non-stop Hollywood coverage news right here on WTOP 10 every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m.
Hey guys, you should watch our show on WTOP.
What? You mean WTOP?
No, it's WTOP.
No, it's WTOP.
Who told you that?
Common sense?
These things we count on every day started as ideas. Ideas from the minds of African Americans. Support minority education today so we don't miss out on the next big idea tomorrow. The United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Welcome back to the Zine Show. This week we have with us Gabby, who writes a column for the Oswegonian about what to watch online. Today she's going to tell us what shows you should be watching over spring break. So, Gabby, if you're like me and you're planning on spending your spring break on the couch, what should be in your Netflix queue?
Well, there are a few shows that I personally constantly watch. A couple of them are The Office, the American version. You obviously have to watch Breaking Bad, because if you haven't watched it now, then you need to watch it now. And now all of the fifth season is on Netflix. So you can watch the entire series on Netflix. There's also shows like Freaks and Geeks. And if you like Freaks and Geeks, you want to watch Undeclared. And there's also a show from the early 90s called The Wonder Years, which actually stars, if you remember Boy Meets World, Corey's brother, Ben Savage, is the star, and he actually makes his first cameo in that show.
That's really
as like
cool.
a little kid.
What about like any comedies? Because I know, or anything like particular to Netflix, because Netflix has been coming out with a bunch of like exclusive to them shows.
House of Cards is a definite must.
What is that about, though?
Okay, it's really complicated. It's just basically about this man, Frank Underwood, played by Kevin Spacey, who is absolutely amazing. He has this thick Southern accent that just makes you just want him. And he basically starts as the whip of Congress, and he works his way. I don't want to spoil it too much, but he works his way up. And things get really crazy. There's a reporter involved, and
hey, if Kevin Spacey's in it, then
exactly,
it has to be good.
You have to watch it.
What about regular? I come home. I have filled up my poor parents' DVR. What should I be watching that I missed over the last few weeks?
One show that you should definitely watch, which is a comedy, is it won a Golden Globe, Brooklyn Nine-Nine with Andy Samberg.
Really?
It is absolutely hilarious.
Okay.
I didn't expect Andy Samberg to do well.
That's kind of why, because I figured he left SNL.
And then he tried doing that movie with Adam Sandler, and I mean, it didn't go well, so he went back to being on TV. And Brooklyn Nine-Nine won Golden Globe for Best New Show on Air, and Andy Samberg won a Golden Globe as well.
Oh, wow.
So it's definitely a must-see.
So are you into any of the reality shows or anything like that?
Real Housewives of New Jersey is coming out pretty soon. I'm not 100% sure when, probably within the spring, but I'm really looking forward to that.
So if you had to pick one absolute show to watch over spring break, what would it be? It could be Netflix, it could be on TV already. What is you can't miss it over spring break?
You have to watch House of Cards. You have to. If you haven't so far, both seasons are on Netflix. They just re-signed for a third season. It's a must watch.
I'd have to disagree, because I really think I've seen an episode of House of Cards, but Orange is the New Black. A lot of people still have yet to see it, and I don't know why they're resisting. It's so good.
They're actually coming out with the next season over the summer, and they are
Too
already.
long.
I know. I
Can't
agree.
wait that long. All right, thank you very much, Gabby. We'll definitely have you on again to fill us in about more shows. So after the break, we'll have your do-it-yourself specialist, Kaylee Hudson, on to teach us something new. We'll be right back. You're watching The Zine Show.
April,
Yeah?
your charger's still using energy.
That's not my charger. I don't even have a cell phone.
Millions of kids are using their energy wisely. What's your excuse?
We are Cub Scouts from Oswego, Pack 888, and you are watching WTOP.
So what sets the rundown apart from other newscasts is that it brings students together to voice their opinions on the world's most important political issues.
There seems to be just more events going on in 2012 than there were in previous years combined.
This nation is based on the foundation that we choose the government.
Do we use 1, 2, and 3? We work hard to bring you the most up-to-date, relevant coverage of the stories you should be following.
The country has now gone over the fiscal cliff.
Is gun control necessary? How much is too much?
Does it surprise you that it's taken this long to have a serious talk about gun control?
Students need to realize that this is the time when what's going on in Capitol Hill and around the world starts to affect them.
And really, the fate of the entire country is at hand here.
This is it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go camera 2.
Good evening and welcome to the Rundown. I'm Megan Roberts.
You ever think about buying a bigger place? Just waiting for a visit from the credit fairy. There is no credit fairy. How else will I get a better credit score? Look, you keep your credit card balances low and only open a new card if you really need it. No fairy?
There's no magic to improving your credit, but there's help, and it's free. Go to creditfairy.org.
Who wears short shorts? No one. High-waisted shorts are better. Here to show us how to turn your winter garb into cute spring outfits is Kaylee.
Thank you. Okay, so I couldn't do any more winter.
No more
crafts.
winter stuff.
I couldn't
Yes.
do it. So we're making shorts. So first you need to go to a thrift store and get a pair of jeans, kind of like mom jeans, except try them on first to make sure they're not like full on like really awkwardness. So, okay, so take them and lay them out on the table. These are really, really easy too. So you can make a bunch of pairs before
These
summer.
are Ralph Lauren jeans? You got these at the thrift store?
At the one right in town too.
Thank you, Macklemore.
It was wonderful. I was so excited. Okay, so you're gonna take a measuring tape, and so you want to measure the inseam first. That's the part that goes right from here to like here, how long it is basically.
Okay.
And so make it a little bit longer than what you actually want to start, just in case it's uneven and you need to fix it. So I'm gonna start with like 2.5 inches. Most inseams are probably like 1 inch. Some shorts go to like 1/2 inch, but that's like way too small. So you're gonna measure,
like we said, no short shorts.
To here. Okay, so since it doesn't, do you see right there?
Okay.
And it doesn't really have to be perfect since they're just gonna be cutoffs. All right, do you wanna cut it?
Yeah.
Okay, so start right there.
You know, you walk in here and you have a razor and scissors. Sometimes you worry me, and then we always wind up doing something cool.
If you use the back, it might work better. I'll start it.
I can do scissors.
You got it? Okay.
I did great in kindergarten.
Last week I gave you paper to fold already on the seams, and you couldn't do it. So
Listen.
I don't know why I'm handing you scissors right now.
I'm the host. I'm meant to be pretty and sassy, not useful.
Other side?
All right.
Okay, so right now they look really like straight edge. When you put them through the wash, that's when all the frays.
This is hard. All right. No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
All the frays will start happening, and just to make sure it doesn't fray too much, if you know someone who sews, it's really helpful if you can just make them do a really quick seam along the bottom. So I'm probably gonna make my sister do that for me. Okay.
So what do you do with the pant legs?
You can wear them as arm warmers.
Cool.
Perfect.
All
That
right.
looks really good.
Yes,
okay,
indeed.
so now you need a really cheap razor, just a disposable one, and we're gonna make little holes. So can you see right there? I did one earlier.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Okay.
you did that.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so you need a piece of cardboard though. You're gonna put it in the pant leg so it doesn't go over to the other side just in case. Okay, and then you just kind of start shaving at the fabric all in one direction. So you can go up or down, side to side. It's gonna take a minute. It kind of takes, do you see it? You're gonna get some little fuzzies coming off.
Okay.
Do you see it start?
I broke it. All right. So while you look for that,
So you get the general idea.
maybe you should use a little bit better than a.
Okay, so if we
You can tell that that's a woman's razor because it barely works.
Yes, it does. You
Just
can also
saying.
use a cheese grater, which is
A
kind of
cheese grater?
No, I'm not joking. You can use a cheese grater and do that. And something that's kind of fun is if you accidentally make the holes too big, you can put fabric behind it, and that looks kind of good, like floral print or lace. I like to add lace to them.
I'm cheating.
like,
I'm using the scissors.
on like the back pockets. One time I made like a bleached pair, and so you like stick them in the bleach for a certain amount of time and pull it out only like halfway, and so then they're like kind of like the ombre look, and that looks really good too.
But not acid wash though.
No,
right?
it was just like lighter, like kind of faded down, and then yeah. Oh, see, you did it a little bit.
I kind of did it.
If the razor didn't break, this
I have
would
little
be
black
a
fuzzies all
better
over me now.
hole. Yeah, it kind of gets fuzz everywhere.
Okay, so the end result. So the end result are cute high-waisted shorts out of your mom's jeans,
Yeah,
old
from
mom's
the thrift
jeans.
store, so it's super
Yes,
cheap.
Absolutely. And I really like that these are Ralph Lauren jeans that you just
Yeah.
kind of repurpose. So are you going to wear these now?
I am.
So I'm going to see you around campus. I'm going to be like, I
Probably not tomorrow since
did
we're
not help
supposed to
make
get
those.
10 inches of snow.
Exactly.
But soon.
All right. Thank you very much, Kaylee.
You're
So
welcome.
when we come back, we'll have some more tips to have a great spring break. You're watching The Zine Show.
The Hollywood View is back with a brand new season and a brand new look. Join me for nonstop Hollywood coverage news right here on WTOP 10 every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m.
Hey, Sarah.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute. How do you know him?
Come on, Donovan, do it like I taught you. Love the new tattoo, Sarah. Let's go!
Dude, what?
Dude, that's Sarah. The girl in the pink shirt. That's the girl I was telling you about.
Oh, that's Sarah?
Theater 2 on your left. Hey, Sarah. What color underwear today?
Hey, Sarah. So when you want to post something new?
Anything you post online, anyone can see. Family, friends,
See you later, Sarah.
even not so friendly people. Think before you post.
Welcome back. We're here with WTOP's own Gabby Santos, and she's going to give us some tips to have a great spring break. All right, so
we have a few spring break life hacks. I don't know if you follow a few of the Twitter accounts, life hacks.
love the life hacks because they come up with the most like creative ways to just do small
Everything,
things to help
and
you.
you're just mind blown by it.
Yeah, and it's like things that it's like, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah,
Like,
so we have a few that'll help you get through your spring break. Our first one is, I don't know if you've been on the beach and your flip-flops coming out, the
All the
hole
time.
is getting
The
a little
little
bigger,
hole, yeah.
and you can't get it back in. So if you're on the beach, and I know everyone's making sandwiches, and you always have bread with you.
if you're Italian like me and Gab, you always have bread with you.
Take the bread tab off of it, stick it on the bottom of your flip-flop, and just it attaches right to the nub. It'll hold you off for a few hours as long as you can get to the boardwalk or somewhere and buy a new pair of flip-flops.
Or a real pair of shoes.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. Another one is when you're on the beach, you're drinking a soda. I know a lot of people don't want to drink right out of the can. You want your straw. If there's a windy day and you need to keep your straw in your can, you can put it right in the tab. Who would have thought?
So that's what that little hole on like the extra aluminum part is for. You're supposed to put the straw in there. Who knew?
Our next one is a like sunscreen. It kind of hides all your stuff, keeps it all safe. Clean out like a sunscreen bottle, and you can keep your phone in there, chapstick, your keys, money, and it looks like sunscreen. No
one's
will
gonna
touch it.
steal a bottle of sunscreen.
Yeah.
I know. I'm always so nervous when I go to the beach or go to the pool or something, and I like try to hide my phone under like layers and layers
Little
of clothes and
towels
stuff.
and-
Because if you're out swimming or you're tanning or whatever, you're not gonna see if somebody goes and takes it.
Yeah.
Put it in a sunscreen
And
bottle.
it keeps it safe from sand and water, and
Exactly.
no one will touch it. So
Exactly.
it's win-win. Next one is, I know I'm always stubborn with sunscreen. I never want to put sunscreen on. So when you come home, put aloe in ice cube trays, keep it in the freezer, and when you get home, you can rub cold aloe on your body.
I mean, that's good if you get sunburned, but you really do got to be putting sunscreen
Yeah,
on.
I know. It could, but it's so
I'm bad.
easy. I mean, your cheeks always get red at the beach.
My cheeks
rub
always
it,
get red.
Just rub a little ice cube with aloe in it. So,
There you go.
another
you can't
one.
eat aloe, right? Like aloe's not like one of those
I
things.
wouldn't.
So make sure you separate the aloe
Yeah.
cubes from like your normal.
Yeah, make sure you buy some green aloe.
Because I feel like if I did that, like my brother would be the one to eat the aloe cubes. Just saying.
this iced tea tastes a little
Exactly.
minty, something in it. Our next one is if you want to keep your drinks cold, it's a hot day and you come back and your drinks were outside or whatever, just get a cold paper towel, wrap it around a glass bottle or something, put it in the fridge, and it should keep cold within an hour, and it's almost frozen.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that's kind of like, that's the worst when you're like really looking forward to on a hot day, coming home and having like a cold drink and everything like that.
Everything's
But-
left out.
So what are your plans for spring break?
Nothing. I'm actually, this is pretty sad, but I'm actually going skiing for spring break.
You go to school in Oswego and
I
you're going to
know.
go skiing.
Yeah, it's sad. My parents are big skiers, so they're planning big trips for spring break to go skiing.
So no beach sodas
No.
and
Everyone's-
aloe for you.
No, so I'm not going to be following these tricks. But
all right, thank you very much, Gabby. Coming up, Leah will have some questions and give some great advice. We'll be back. You're watching the Zine Show.
For just $12.99. Call it.
Sherry Pearson. You are the sole surviving heir of the King of Montanopolis, and you are now worth $45 million.
I'm rich. This can't be real.
Of course it's not real. Come on. Having money isn't about luck. Like that takeout meal. Cook at home instead, you can save thousands a year. Feed me. Feed the pig.
Have you seen my dog?
No, I can't say that I have.
Okay, well, if you see him, he responds to the name Dr. Flopsy Tops.
Alrighty then. Hey, were you the girl who was doing that speech about all the evil and stuff?
Any questions?
What kind of service plan does this come with?
Unlimited.
Can I keep my same phone number?
Absolutely.
How do I change the ringtone?
Just hook it up to your computer.
Does it have a camera? What's the warranty? Does it come in silver? Can I put my party shuffle on this? Does it have a 3.5 millimeter headset jack? You sell a lot of these?
It's the one I carry.
You ever get those phantom vibrations in your pocket?
Any questions?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Ask questions. For the 10 questions everyone should know, go to ahrq.gov.
Hi, I'm Haley. And I'm Ariel. This is the People on the Street segment. And today we're going to ask everybody what their best pickup line is. Okay, let's hear
What
it.
has 142 teeth and holds back the Incredible Hulk?
What?
My zipper.
I mean, like, usually I don't really use pickup lines. My face kind of does that for me.
If I was an endoplasmic reticulum, would you like it rough or would you like it smooth?
Normally I'm in Gryffindor, but when I see you something, my pants is Slytherin.
Girl, do you like WWE? Because I'm gonna smack you down and go in Raw.
Your dad must be a baker because you have a nice set of buns.
There's something wrong with my phone. I don't have your number in it.
Girl, you're looking like a tall glass of water, and I'm trying to quench my thirst. Yo.
At the Zine, we're a pretty helpful bunch, so Leah and I will be answering your questions. So Leah, what have we got this week?
All right, so this one says, I spent my spring break in Alaska last year and I got attacked by an Eskimo while on a hike.
Huh.
Should I give it another chance and go with my family again this year? how bad was the attack?
How bad was this Eskimo attack?
And how bad was the rest of the trip? Because if the rest of the trip was really good, like, maybe it's worth it.
And also, you need to consider, what did you do to provoke
Yeah,
said
how do you-
Eskimo attack?
Exactly. I feel like they're probably pretty mellow people usually, but
Yeah. I mean, when you're
maybe
surrounded
not.
by that much snow and no sun for that long, I feel like you're probably pretty sleepy. So you must have done something to very
So
much
maybe-
provoke said
look
Eskimo.
into that.
I would say give it another chance, but if you're really that afraid of the Eskimo people, then maybe go somewhere a little bit warmer. Because really, what's there to do?
Beats me. All right, so here's kind of a similar one. Last spring break, I went to Mexico and met a very nice guy. He said his name was Ben and his last name was Dover. We hung out, but I can't remember what happened after we left the bar. I'm going back this year. Should I call Ben? And that's from Looking for Mexico Man.
No, you should not look for Mr. Dover.
No.
Do not call Ben, because 1, Ben sounds like a creep.
Yes.
2,
he doesn't sound real.
He doesn't sound real. You might have imagined Mr. Ben Dover. And 3, I don't know if he's going to be back there. I feel like people don't go
and
to
if
the
you
same
can't
place.
remember what happened, that's a red flag.
People have to be really careful on spring break. Little serious, but people have to be really careful on spring break and don't interact with people who give you silly
Fake
names
yes.
and who
Use your head.
Use your head. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So some serious spring break advice, I think, is going to follow this one. It says, hi, I'm headed to Florida for spring break with my friends. I have reservations about going, but I'm still excited. Do you have any tips or advice for this vacation? I feel like you hear these things all the time, you know, like definitely use your head, like we just said. Watch everything around you. Don't go off with anybody. Stay
That
with
you don't
the
know.
people.
Yeah.
Stay with the people that you're with.
And don't be afraid to like text or call your mom
Yeah.
to like make sure that you're okay, because I feel like checking in with your family at home is like
Yeah.
a really important part of spring break. And I know like I've traveled and stuff, and the number one thing that I'm always nervous about is being pickpocketed.
Yes.
And definitely
Be really
like
careful with that.
yeah, especially like if you're going to Florida, so if you're going to Disney World or any of like the other crazy places that are down there, definitely be careful in terms of where you're putting your money.
My parents always told me, put your money in your front pocket so you can always feel it.
So you can watch.
Yeah.
And don't do it, I heard recently, don't wear a fanny pack. 1, because they're terrible and tacky and you're gonna
that
look
should be reason
awful.
enough.
Yeah, and 2, it instantly signifies that you're a tourist. So, and those
you
are the
don't know
people that
what's
pickpocketers
happening.
go after
That's very
first.
true. Very
So
true.
I would not recommend.
No, neither would I.
Okay. So what else do we have?
All right, so in the theme of beach going,
yes,
there are certain places that you can travel that require less clothing. So this person asked, which celebrity would you not want to see naked?
Oh gosh. This is not an advice question.
No.
I don't know.
Like anybody old.
Anyone old.
Robert De Niro.
See, I'm the weird one who would be like, for the story, I really don't care.
But that's different. Like, I don't know.
We'll have to settle this over spring break.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you so much for watching the Zine Show. You look cute today. See you guys next time.